Hello and welcome to your practice. My name is Ainsley and today I'm going to guide you through a ladder flow for the quads and the side bodies. A ladder flow starts simple, starts small, and then each round we add on, we build up a big sequence. So expect familiar shapes each time and new ones as well. All right. No need for any extra equipment, just some blocks if you would like to have support under the hands, and maybe a blanket because we'll be on the knees a bit, and if you want a little extra support underneath the knees, that would be suggested. All right, get started in a comfortable seat on your mat and close down your eyes when you get there. I'm going to start by taking just a couple of breaths to arrive in your space. Start by reaching your right arm out to the right side and the left arm up and over, a gentle side bend. And a couple of times lift up and then lean back over to the right side. One more, reach over to the right. Back up through the center. Left arm reaches down to the left side. Right arm reaches over. Then again, lift up and lean out. One more time. Reach over and lean out. Find seated. Straighten out the right leg. Keep your left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Gently fold down over the right leg. Lift up, plant your left hand out to the side, push into the legs to lift the hips, and sit back down. Let's take that one more time, fold over the right thigh. Lift it up, reach over to the left, send the hips up, and sit it back down. And we'll swap it out for the other side. Same thing. Fold over the left thigh. Lift up, right hand down by the right hip. Send the hips up. Sit it back down. One more time. Fold down over the left thigh. Sit up and shift your weight into your right hand. Lift the hips. Sit it back down. Bring both feet out in front of you, finding a bear stance, just a couple of times. Windshield wiper side to side. Let your knees drop over to the right and then the left. Nice. Come back through the center and make your way to a tabletop position. When you get there, we're going to take a cat-cow, but a slightly different version. So for your cat pose, round your back as you normally would. And for cow, drop your belly, drop your chest, drop your chin. And then a couple of cycles of your cat-cow. Cat as normal, as you would. And then cow, drop your belly down. Chin, chest to the floor. Let's take two more. Round your back, look to your belly button. Release, cow pose. One more time, cat pose. Round, look towards your belly button, spread your shoulder blades apart. And then drop your belly down, lower your chest and your chin. Lift it back up, send your hips to your heels, find a child's pose, reach to the top of the mat. And then just 3 times, you're rippling forward. Let your hips drop low and squeeze your heels into your glutes, finding a version of a cobra. And send it back. 2 more times. Ripple forward, drop your hips down, squeeze your heels to your glutes. And send it back. Last time, shift it forward, heels to the glutes, and send it back. Find your first downward facing dog by tucking onto the toes, lifting the hips up and back, and then pedal out the feet. Push up and out of the hands and the shoulders. Think of wrapping your triceps around just a little bit to face your inner biceps towards your ears. And then find stillness. Take a breath. Come up onto your tiptoes and then take little baby steps to the top of your mat until you meet a forward fold. And when you do, let your upper body sway a little bit side to side and drape down over your thighs. Welcome to bend into your knees as much as you'd like. Let your head be heavy. And then bend deeply into the knees, roll up to stand, and arms reach to the sky, hands to heart center. We'll take our first round of our sequence, nice and slow, gentle, and then we'll start to build it up. On your next inhale, bring your left knee up to your chest, grab on to your shin, and lift it up. Release the grip, step behind to the right side of the mat, and reach up and over with your left arm. As you come back through the center, step to the back of your mat, finding low lunge, Vinyasa, arms reach up. Circle your wrists. Tuck your back toes, lift high crescent lunge, and then return to stand. Second side. Right knee to chest, grab onto your shin, pull it up. Release the grip, step behind your left leg, over to the left. Reach your right arm up. Come back through the center, and step back to your low lunge, Vinyasa. Circle the wrists, wiggle the fingers. Tuck your back toes, lift up high, crescent lunge, and shift forward back to stand. This time cactus out the elbows and find a forward fold. Take a little sway side to side. And then roll up to stand. Let's take our second round. Start by lifting the left knee up into the chest, grab onto your shin, pull it up. Lean back a little bit if that feels okay. Release the grip, step behind your right leg over to the right and open up the arms. Come back through the center, step to the back of the mat, low lunge. This time, squeeze your back heel to your glutes, reach back for it with your left hand. Quad stretch. Release the grip, high crescent lunge. Hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward, crouching warrior 3. So it's the same as a warrior 3, except your front knee or standing leg is bent. Broaden across the collarbones. And then come back to stand, arms reach up. Hands to heart center. Right knee to chest, pull it up and in. Up towards your right armpit. Release the grip, step behind to the left side, open up the arms. Come back through center, step to the back of the mat, low lunge, Vinyasa, arms reach up. Squeeze your back heel into your glutes and reach for it with your right hand. Maybe you pull it a little closer. Release the grip, high crescent lunge. Hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward, finding a crouching warrior 3. Broaden across the collarbones. And lift to stand, arms reach up. Forward fold. This time we'll take a vinyasa to rinse it out. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, step back, finding a plank pose. Now lower your knees, your chest and your chin, just like we took our cow pose. And then ripple through, finding a version of a baby cobra. Tuck the toes, up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. And take a pause. Take one breath in your down dog. Inhale up onto your toes, and exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. You could walk, you could hop, however you want to get there. Halfway lift, lengthen when you do. Exhale, fold. Bend into the knees, roll your way up to stand, arms reach up, and hands to heart center. Let's add on. Left knee to chest, grab onto your shin, pull your knee up, release and step behind the right leg, over to the right side, open the arms to fly. Woo. You could straighten out and bend the right knee a couple of times if you'd like. Stand back into your right knee and pull your left knee up and send it back to your low lunge. Squeeze your back heel into your glutes, reach for it. This time, either you could reach with one or both hands. Reaching with both hands might be a little more intense on the quad stretch. Take a breath. As you release the grip, you're gonna pivot open to a supported warrior two, which means you've got a deep bend into your right knee and your left shin is on the floor. Now reach your right arm to the top of the mat on the inside of your right knee and find this supported side angle pose, reaching left arm to the top of the mat. A couple of times, take a big circle here with the left arm. Other direction. Release, come back to your supported warrior two, and then supported side plank to the back of the mat. Now lift up, finding your gate pose, so arms are out to fly, and then reach your right arm down the right thigh. Maybe even down the right shin or calf. Return to gate pose, bend back into your right knee, pivot to face the top of your mat, low lunge, tuck your back toes, lift high, crescent lunge. Hands to heart center as you shift forward, crouching warrior three. And up to stand. Arms reach up, hands to heart center. Right knee to nose, lift it up. Grab onto your knee or shin, pull your knee up towards your armpit. And step behind the left leg to the left. Open up the arms to fly. And you could bend and straighten the left leg a couple of times, if you'd like. Come back through center and step your right foot to the back of the mat, low lunge. Squeeze your right heel to your glutes, reach for it with your right hand first, and then maybe also your left hand if you want more. Sink the hips down. And this time, supported warrior two. So let your right shin pivot to the floor, open the arms out to the sides, and then reach forward with your left hand down to the floor. And some big circles with the right arm. Both directions. Lift back up through your warrior two with the supported shin, and then lean back until you reach the back of the mat and find supported side plank. Take a pause. Lift up the arms, keep the legs as they are, gate pose, and then slide your left hand down your left leg, meeting a side stretch. Release the grip, pivot back to face the top of the mat, low lunge, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, high crescent lunge. Hands to heart center, shift it forward, supported warrior 3. Find your way to stand, arms reach up, and exhale, forward fold. Now you can stay in your fold for a few breaths, or you can make it through a vinyasa. I'll talk it through. Step back to your plank. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, halfway lift. Oop, that's not a halfway lift. That is an up dog. And exhale, down dog. Whew. Nice. Come up onto the toes. Exhale, bend into the knees, and then make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen when you get there. And exhale, fold. We'll meet back standing. Roll it up. Arms reach to the sky, and hands to heart center. Move a little quicker on our next round. Same shapes, and then we will add on. Left knee lifts up. Grab onto your knee or your shin. Use the strength of your arms to pull it up. Release the grip. Step behind to the right side. Big side bend. Come back through the center. Step back to your Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Squeeze your back heel to your glutes and reach back for your left heel with either one or both hands. Sink into it. Supported warrior 2 and supported side angle pose. Reach to the top of the mat with your left arm. Cartwheel the arms to the back of the mat, finding your supported side plank. And take a pause. This time, float your right toes off the ground, reaching long out of your right arm and your right toes. Then squeeze your right heel into your glutes and reach for your foot with your right hand. If you get the grip, kick into your hand a bit to open up across the chest. Release the grip, find your side plank, and lift up straight into your side bended gate pose. Release the side bend, bend deeply into your right knee, come back, high crescent lunge. Shift forward to your crouching warrior 3. And then with or without the support of your hands, we'll open to a half moon. You can place a hand down onto a block. As you open up, left arm reaches up to the sky. Left hip stacks on top of the right. We'll come up to stand by grounding back into the right knee. Arms reach up, hands to heart center. Right knee to chest, grab onto your shin, pull it up towards your right armpit. Lean back a little bit. Release the grip, step behind to the left, and open up to your side bend. Come back through the center, step to the back of the mat, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Squeeze your back heel to your glutes and reach with one or both hands. Supported warrior 2 to supported side angle pose. Reaching your right arm long to the top of the mat. Cartwheel the arms to the back, finding your supported side plank. When you get there, reach long with the left arm and lift your left toes. Squeeze left heel to glutes, reach for it with your left hand, and when you get the grip, if you do, kick into the hand. Release the grip, supported side plank, and then cartwheel the arms up through gate pose to your side bend. Release the side bend, Bend back into your left knee. Pivot to face the top of the mat, high crescent lunge. Hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward, finding crouching warrior three. We'll open to half moon. You can use a block or a hand to the floor, or challenge yourself to not use your hands at all. As you open up, right arm reaches to the sky, right hip stacks on top of the left. And come back to stand. Arms reach up. Hands to heart center as you fold. Optional vinyasa, or a moment to pause in your fold. If you're taking a vinyasa, step it back to your plank pose. Halfway lower or knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog on an inhale. And downward facing dog on an exhale. Up onto the toes, bend into the knees, and make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Fold. Inhale, rise. Hands to heart center. All right, next round. Bring your left knee to your chest. Grab on for just a moment. Lift up, lean back. Release the grip, side bend. Reaching over to the right. Release the grip. Step it back. Low lunge. Anjaneyasana. Squeeze your back heel to your glutes. Reach with one or both hands. Quad stretch. Release the grip. What am I saying? Reach forward, finding your supported side angle, and then back to the back of the mat, supported side plank. Lift your right toes, reach back for them, and kick into the hand if you'd like. Release the grip, back to your supported side plank. Now we'll find fallen star, so step into your right foot, push into your left hand, bring your left knee to your nose, and step through to your fallen star. Take a breath. And you can reach long to the back of your mat with your right arm for a little extra side length. We'll come back the way we came in to our supported side plank, and then lift up through gate pose. Release, bend back into your right knee, shift back to face the top of the mat, high crescent lunge. Hands to heart center, shift forward, warrior three with a crouching stance, and then open up to your half moon. This time as you come to stand, figure four chair pose. So bring your left knee to your nose and then cross your left ankle over your right knee. Sit down into your chair with a figure four and hands to your heart center. Release, come to stand, hands down. Right knee to chest, grab on, lift up, lean back. Release the grip, step behind to the left side, big side stretch. Back through the center, step to the back of the mat, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Squeeze your heel to your glutes, reach back with one or both hands. Release the grip, grounded warrior two, and then supported side angle. Cartwheel to the back of the mat with the arms, supported side plank. Lift your back toes, your left toes, squeeze them to your glutes. Maybe you reach and grab it with the left hand and open up. Release the grip, supported side plank. Ground into your left foot, your right hand. Bring your knee to your nose. Woo. Your right foot will step through and open you to your grounded version of a triangle, a fallen triangle, or a fallen star. Come back the way you came in to your supported side plank with control, and lift up to your gate pose. Left hand on the left thigh, right arm up and over. Release the grip, face the top of the mat again, high crescent lunge. Shift the weight forward into your left foot, crouching warrior 3. Half moon. Open up. Imagine like there's a wall in front of you and behind you, and you're trying to stack your right fingertips right over your right shoulder, over the right hip, over the left hip, over the left foot. And come to stand. Bring your right knee with you. Cross the ankle over the left foot or the left knee, and then find your figure 4 chair pose. Lift back up. Optional vinyasa. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, take it back, whether it's a halfway lower or a knees, chest, chin, or even straight back to your downward facing dog. Up onto the toes, bend into the knees, make your way to the top of your mat, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, hands to heart center. We'll take one more round with some add-ons, and then we'll change up the pace a little bit. Left knee lifts up, grab onto your shin, pull it up and in. Release the grip, step behind to the right, big side stretch. Maybe you straighten the right leg. Back through the center, step back, low lunge. Squeeze your back heel to your glutes, an option to reach for it with one or both hands. Release and open up to your grounded, supported warrior 2, supported side angle, and then cartwheel the arms back, supported side plank. Lift your right toes, reach for them with your right hand. Maybe kick into the hand if you get the grip. Release the grip, supported side plank moves you into your fallen star. This time, lower the hips to tap the floor and then lift them up. One more time, lower your hips to tap the floor, lift it up. Now stay as you are, or bend into your right knee and cross your left ankle over the right knee, finding almost a figure 4 side plank. Last addition, you can stay here, or you can grab your right hand onto your left shin or your left foot and open up to a Vishtamitrasana, which means you'll pull your foot or your ankle or your shin towards the left arm. Release the grip, and we'll come back to a supported side plank. Open up, gate pose. Release the gate pose, bend deeply into your right knee. Shift forward, high crescent lunge. Hands to heart center, crouching warrior 3. And then open up to your half moon. This time, if you'd like, you can bend into your back knee and reach for your back foot with your left hand. So similar to what we did in our supported side plank, you could kick into the hand if you get the grip. Oh, if you fall out, come back in. Release the grip. Come through a standing figure 4 chair pose one more time. Hands to heart center. Release, come to stand. Right knee lifts up into your chest. Grab on, lift it up. Lean back. Right foot behind to the left side, big side stretch. Come back through center, step to the back of your mat, low lunge Vinyasa. Squeeze your back heel to your glutes, reach for it with one or both hands. Come into your supported warrior two, your supported side angle, and then cartwheel the arms back, supported side plank. Lift your left toes, squeeze your left heel back to your glutes, and reach for your heel with your left hand. Kick into the grip if you'd like. Release the grip, back to your supported side plank. Now come towards your fallen star, fallen triangle by sweeping your right toes out in front. Lower your hips to tap the mat. Lift it back up. One more time. Lower your hips, lift it back up. Now stay here or bend into your back knee, so your left knee, and then lift your right foot, cross your ankle over your left knee. Figure four side plank. Now stay here, or for Vinyasa, grab your left hand, whether it's to your calf or your shin or the outside edge of your right foot, and you'll open it up, trying to lift to your Vinyasa, which is a big side bend, big split. Whew. Then we'll come out back to our supported side plank. Lift up and back to your gate pose with a side bend. Release the side bend, then back into your left knee, and then pivot to face the top of the mat, high crescent lunge. Woo, nice job. Hands to heart center, shift forward, finding your crouching warrior three. Ooh, balance, wow. And then open up to your half moon. And again, you can stay here, or you can bend into your back knee, your right knee, and reach for it with your right hand, and maybe kick into the grip. Release the grip if you've got it. And as controlled as you can, come to stand, bring your right knee in, and then cross your right ankle over your left knee, figure four chair. Release, come to stand. Exhale, fold. Optional Vinyasa, one more time. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Step back to your plank pose and move it through any Vinyasa you'd like. Or straight back to your downward facing dog. I'd like to give us one more time to play with some of those more advanced postures and a little bit more flow. So we'll take a version of our sequence starting from downward facing dog, slightly different, but pretty much the same. On your next inhale, sweep your right toes up to the sky, bend your knee, open up your hip. Knee to nose, step to the outside of your right hand, drop your left knee, reach your right arm up and back for your left foot. So twisted lizard lunge. Now ground your left shin, pivot open to your grounded, supported side angle pose. Cartwheel the arms to the back of the mat for your supported side plank. Let's come straight to your fallen star. So sweep the left toes through and find your fallen star. Now once, ground your hips and lift them up. Bend deeply into your right knee, and maybe you cross your left ankle over the top for a figure four side plank. Now maybe you want to play with Vinyasa again, which would mean grabbing on to the outside of somewhere along your left foot or your left shin. And then as you push straight through your left leg, you also push straight through your right leg and you open up towards a split. Woo. And then we'll come back out, supported side plank. Now, bring your right hand to the floor so you're facing the back of the mat, and then lift up to your three-legged dog with your left toes in the air. We're on the other side. So bend your knee, open up your hip. Knee to nose, and then step to the outside of your left hand. Drop your right knee, twisted lizard lunge. Reach your left arm back for your right toes. As you release the grip, ground your right shin, supported warrior two to supported side angle. Cartwheel the arms to now the top of your mat, supported side plank. Straight through to your fallen star by sweeping your right toes through. Now bend into your left knee, cross your right ankle over the top. And if you want to play with your Vishwamitrasana, grab on to your right foot or your right shin with your left hand. And then press straight through both legs, or relatively straight through both legs, as you kind of crank your right leg up towards your right arm. When you're ready to release, it's back to your supported side plank. And then left hand comes to the floor and step it back to your downward facing dog. Wow, nice job everyone. Drop your knees down softly and walk your hands far forward, finding a puppy pose. So soften your heart down to the floor. We'll come all the way down onto the belly. So however you want to get there. Mine wasn't so graceful because I don't have that much space in front of me. Lower all the way down. We've really prepped for Dhanurasana or floor bow. So we'll give a couple options here. Let's start by squeezing your right heel to your glutes and reaching back for it with your right hand. Now we'll take a half floor bow, which means we'll kick into the grip. So kick your right hand back into your right foot back into your right hand. And then think locust pose with the rest of your body, reaching forward with your left fingers and lifting your back toes. Take a breath. Release the grip and come back to your belly. Take a little shift of the hips side to side. And then squeeze your left heel to your left glutes. Reach back for it, your foot with your left hand. And then kick into the grip. You'll feel your chest start to lift up. Then engage the glutes to lift your right toes and reach your right hand forward. Take a breath. Release back down onto your belly. Set up a pillow by stacking the hands and letting your forehead rest. And shimmy the hips side to side. All right, find a couple twists and then we'll start to really wind down. So reach your right arm out to the right in a T. Rest your right cheek to your mat. And then as you push into the floor with your left hand, let your left foot guide over to the right side. Opening up to a pec stretch, a shoulder stretch, and also a twist. You could reach your left arm behind your back if you'd like. And as you come back through the center, pause on your belly. Reach your left arm out to the left side. Let your left cheek rest on the floor. And then push into the right arm to roll open onto the left side. You could reach your right arm back behind you. And roll your way back through the center. Bend into both knees and lift your heels off the floor. And then just take a little windshield wiper with the knees, with the feet. Maybe drawing some circles in the air. Ground into your hands and push back to a child's pose. Find your way back up to your tabletop position. We'll take one final little hip stretch on each side, and then we'll finish up our practice. So start by, you're keeping both knees grounded. Squeeze your right heel up to your glutes. We've done this a lot. Now pivot so that your right foot steps out to the right side. You're doing a deep internal rotation. Now as you ground into your toes, lift your right knee and open up, kind of like you're doing a malasana or a lizard lunge, and sit the hips back. Now from here, I'll invite you to kind of move it around, so that could mean lifting up and then sitting back a few times. It could also mean bringing your right hand to the inside of your right thigh, kind of pushing onto the knee to open it up. Or if you're really feeling it, this kind of exploration moment could be big. You could be lowering the hips all the way down and then really lifting it back. We'll meet back where we are in this half child's pose, half malasana shape. And shift enough forward so that you can tuck onto your left toes, and then sit back to a malasana by lifting your left knee off the ground. From here, shift it around again, a little bit side to side. And before we do the other side, reach out long forward and find a fold. So straighten out the legs. Feet might be a little wider than hips with distance. That's perfect. And any movements here that feel good. Now drop your left knee back to the floor. Return your right knee underneath your right hip. Take a little shimmy side to side. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So keep both knees on the floor and squeeze your left heel up into your glutes. Now internally rotate at the hip so that your left toes plant to the left side. As you plant your toes, pivot open at the hip, so now you're in an external rotation like a malasana, and then sit your hips back to your heels. Now take a moment of exploration here, whether it's a cat-cow, or you're moving back and forth, or you're bringing your left hand to your left knee, finding some twists. And again, this could be a big motion if you wanted to send the hips all the way down to the floor for a half frog cobra, and then back to your seated posture. But take your time to explore. Eventually, sit your hips up enough that you can tuck onto your right toes. And then as you sit your hips back to your heels, lift the right knee and find a malasana. When you get there, a little shift side to side. And then reach the arms far out in front of you and lift the hips to a forward fold. A little shake side to side with the head or the hips. And let your breath start to get slower and longer. Nice. Sit back down to your malasana. Bring your hands to the floor and return to a tabletop position. Cross the ankles and find a comfortable seat somewhere along your mat where you'd like to settle in for our closing of our practice. You can let your hands rest on the thighs and close down the eyes. You could also find your way onto your back body and set up for a shavasana. Let your shoulders be heavy down away from your ears. We just spent quite a bit of time moving our bodies in some explorative ways, some potentially new ways. See how it feels to settle into stillness at this point in your practice. Maybe you're feeling a shift in your energy from when you started practice up until this point. You can stay in stillness for as long as you have time. And when you're ready to come out, make it gentle, make it slow. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to move, to flow, to find some creative pathways in your body. And thanks for letting me guide you. If you have any questions or comments or thoughts, I'd always love to hear it. And thank you so much.